What do you usually do?
Often, I've had some bad New Year's. I've had some. I often find myself. Well, this is going to sound like I don't want to boo-hoo away here, but I remember one New Year's where I was alone in my apartment in Quebec. Actually, I was probably about 23 years old and depressed. Actually, didn't really feel like doing anything, and I went to bed at around 6 or something like that, thinking I'll just wake up and New Year's Day it'll be over. Right?
6 p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Thinking I'll just sleep through the whole thing, and then I don't have to be not doing anything on New Year's Eve. But then I woke up at around 11:30 because there was a party going on next door, but I didn't know the people that lived next door to me in this apartment building. So I went out and stood in the hallway by the garbage chute with a bag of garbage, pretending I was about to toss the garbage into the garbage chute, hoping that someone would open the door and invite me in for like a glass of eggnog or something like that. So I stood there for about 25 minutes or so, and then I realized it wasn't happening, so I went back into my apartment and I turned on the TV and I watched Rambo was on TV. And then I went to bed. So I've had a lot of New Year's like that.
Yeah, it can be sad when you're alone and next door something happy is happening to put in more relief your despair.
Yeah.
One time I was in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I had lost all my money, and went back in shock up the elevator into my room, where I lay down upon my bed, and in kind of stunned and sad and alone. And in the next room, raucous sex, right behind me.
Right.
Just the hottest sex, and it made me very, very depressed. And so I turned on the porno, on that Spectravision, and exact same sound.
Yeah.
So the guy was just watching the same porno as me, and then I got creeped out and I couldn't whack off anymore.
Kind of hard to jack off in tandem with the guy in the room next to you, right? You don't really want to watch the movie anymore.
No.
Well, this has been great. This has been a lot of fun, Norm. We're going to take a couple of questions from the audience.
Oh, cool.
I appreciate you coming down here.
No, it's fun,
This
man.
is always exciting. Let's take a few questions from the audience here. I'm going to actually go out into the audience right now.
Well, he's got a mic there. You have to go?
Yeah, I'm going to go out there because I want to be like Monty Hall.
Oh, okay, Monty Hall. Phil Donahue.
Check. We on here? Yes. Okay. Raise your hand if you have a question for Norm MacDonald. Here we go. What's your name?
My name is Ann.
Stand up, Ann.
I don't think I can stand any taller. Oh, no poop, right?
No poop on the microphone.
You say you have lots of stories of Chris Kattan. What's one of them that's memorable?
About Chris Kattan? Well, there was this one time where he was very, very memorable because we always came to the table with different characters, on Wednesday for the Saturday show. You'd have to come there with a character that you created. And here Chris Kattan, out of the blue, came to the table with a character who was heterosexual.
That is a funny, weird story. Okay, next question. Who else? Someone else. Raise your hand. Come on, someone else with a question for Norm MacDonald. Yeah, I saw your hand up there. Okay, excuse me here. What's your name, sir? And stand up and introduce yourself to Norm.
My name's Mike. Hey,
Mike.
I saw you in St. Louis, Missouri about a year or so ago.
Oh, really?
And you quoted some crazy long limerick of a country line or something that a man had told you the night before. You know what I'm talking about? You ended the show with it and nobody laughed, but it was really long-winded and.
Oh, was it Shel Silverstein's The Ballad of Billy Markham?
It could have been.
Oh, you want me to do that?
Yeah.
Oh. How'd that go? Where'd that go? Yeah, so go for another question.
Another question.
Strange things done in the midnight sun by the
Yeah.
man in oil.
Are you from St. Louis? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's you just stumped the band there. That's pretty good. Okay. Another question.
Oh, I got it.
Oh.
The devil walked into Linnabaug's on a rainy Nashville night as the lost souls sat and sipped their soup in the yellow neon light. Devil, he looked around the room, then he got down on his knees. He said, "Is there anyone among you scum who will roll these dice with me?" Now, Reddy just looked away and took another sip of beer. Eddie, he just strummed his guitar and pretended not to hear. Vincey said, "Not me, I'll pass. I've had my share of hell," and kept scribbling on a napkin with some song he was sure it'd sell. Ronnie kept whispering low to the snuff queen, clutching at his sleeve. Somebody coughed, and the devil scoffed, and he turned on his heel to leave. "Hold on," said the voice from the back of the room, "before you walk out of that door. If it's some action you're looking for, friend, well, I've rolled some dice before." And there stood Billy Markham. He'd been on scene for years, singing all them raunchy songs of the town we want to hear. He'd been cut and bled 1,000 times, and his eyes were wise and sad. All his songs were the songs of the street. All his luck was bad. "I know he uses Billy Markham from many a dark and funky place, but he always spoke in a different voice and he wore a different face. While me, I've gambled here on Music Row with hustlers and with whores, and hell, I ain't afraid to roll them devilish dice of yours." "Well, you can get down," says the devil, just as if you was going to pray. "Take these dice in your luckless hands to tell you how the game is played. You get one roll and you bet your soul, and if you roll 13, you win, and all the joys of flesh and gold are yours to touch and spend. But if that 13 don't come up, you better kiss your ass goodbye and will your useless bones to God, 'cause your goddamn soul is mine." 13, says Billy Markham. "Well, I've played in tougher games. I've loved ambitious women, and I've rode on wheelless trains. So give me room, you stinking fiend, and let it all unwind. Ain't nobody rolled a 13 yet, but this just might be the time." Billy Markham, he takes the dice. "The dice are as heavy as stones. They should, the devil cries, 'cause they're carved from Jesus' bones." Billy Markham, he turns the dice, and the dice, they have no spots. "Sorry," says the devil, "but they're the only dice I got." "Well, shit," says Billy Markham, "you know, I really don't mean to bitch, but I never thought I'd stake my soul on a sucker's game like this." "Well, then walk away," says the devil. "Ain't nobody tying you down." "Walk away where?" says Billy Markham. "This is the only game in town. But I really should say, before I make my play, that if I should chance to lose, I will this guitar to some would-be star who ain't afraid to sing the honest blues, who ain't afraid to say the words like damn or shit or fuck, who ain't afraid to bare his ass on the stage where he makes his bucks. But if he should play this guitar safe, sing some sugary lies, I'll haunt him till we meet in hell. Now give me them fucking dice." And Billy Markham, he takes the dice and he yells, "Come on, 13. And the dice, they roll and they come up blank. "You lose," the devil screams. "But I really should say, before we go on our way, I sure do like your style. Of all the fools I played and beat, you're the first lost with a smile." "Well, shit," says Billy Markham, "you know, these odds were too damn bad. 13 years in Music Row, it's the best damn chance I've had." So Billy Markham and the devil, they walk out of Linnabaug's door, leaving Billy's beat-up guitar lying there on the floor. And if you go into Linnabaug's now, you can see it there today, hanging from a nail on a wall of peeling gray. Billy Markham's old guitar that nobody dares to play. That one?
Yeah. Norm MacDonald, everybody. Norm MacDonald. Any last questions? How do you know this poem?
Some guy told me it in St. Louis the night before. I have a good memory.
And you remembered the whole thing from the night before?
Yeah, I have a good memory, Tom.
Do you have a photographic memory? Is that what it's called?
My dad had a photographic memory. I'm not sure I have one.
Wow. I think you probably do. Well, this has been a lot of fun tonight. Thank you, Norm MacDonald.
Thanks, Tom. That was awesome. Thanks for coming, guys.
Always good to see you. Thank you very much, everybody here tonight at the show, everybody who came down to the Smodcastle. I'll be taking a couple of weeks off for the holidays, and then we'll be back in January. So tell your friends. Thanks for coming. Good night, everybody.
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
The Tom Green Show. The Tom Green Show. The Tom Green Show.
Show. The Tom Green Show. The Tom Green Show. The Tom Green